We're about set to go for this afternoon here at Palmerston North. Set. Racing. Oh, blasting out the inside, another miss and puts a few links on them. Scott some Tigger runs to second. Scott the looks, gets badly checked as Knock a Few Back charges after it and rolls through up towards second at the moment. Back and behind them then to Dark Garner, is followed through then by Scott the looks, trying to get going again. Big time Globus awkward around the corner. Jericho Storm a long way from them, and so too is Semi-Automatic. Down they come, another miss is holding Knock a Few Back, trying to knock it back, can't. And another miss is in from Knock a Few Back and Scott some Tigger. Dark Garner followed across by Scott the looks. Behind those runners then to Semi-Automatic, Jericho Storm and Big Time Globus. Another miss. First run here does the job nicely. Set. And racing all about Echo Affair, break the inside. Now Thrilling Toby gets out quite nicely. Tearaway's begun quite well too. Between runners there is Fox in box. Madalino Twist around the outside. Gee, it's getting tight in here. All about Echo's trying to punch through on the inside. It's getting a lovely rails run right through to the lead now. Warboys has ended up wide and is swooping around the outside. Tamari Style is well back. About the only one that's not in the party is round the corner they come. And All About Echo's in front from Madalino Twist. Warboys out wider and punching between runners Fox in box. All About Echo wins. Madalino Twist bold. First up for a new kennel. Then Warboys is followed through there by Fox in box. Atomic Lass, Tamari Style. Tearaway got shuffled and so did Thrilling Toby. Just about there. And racing, Boston Lightning. He's out not too badly today. Best away here, they would have been Nero drives to the lead from another cover. Zulu Mercedes. They'll be followed through then by Homebush Lucifer, getting handy enough as the next around is Corborn George. McJobson's well back. Boston Lightning can't do it. And out the back here is Ollie Baxter. Up they come. There's one dog in this. It's Nero a mile in front. Zulu Mercedes kicking to second. Boston Lightning flies into third. That was huge again. Then Homebush Lucifer. Not huge if you're on it to win, of course. Further back in the race then, we had McJobson. Back with that runner was Corborn George. Ollie Baxter was back in the pack too. And another cover was a distant last. Race number 4, favourite the inside, Cranky Pants was set. Racing, Cranky Pants a good break the inside. Wheelie Chili gets out nicely. Shin Zigzag's in the early party as well. A lot of pressure here. Angie Zar trying to whip around the outside. Shin Zigzag was badly checked and Nova Corum in trouble. Back to the top. It's Cranky Pants who leads from Wheelie Chili. Peacock Princess the inside, then Angie Zar. Behind these runners then to Sedgebrook Babe and Flying Blake is further back. Down comes Cranky Pants. She scores today from Wheelie Chili. Tight third, Peacock Princess, all kennelmate Angie Zar. They'd be followed home then by Sedgebrook Babe and Flying Blake. Shin Zigzag, who was handy and checked early, and Nova Corum suffered the same. Green light is on, it's shining out too now with some fairly dark clouds overhead. Still dry here though, we're set. Racing, loving the mix out nicely. Freedom Flyer 2, All in Berlin has some space to move early. Then Alpaca up and around the outside with some good strides is Eccles. Then sees a chance trying to work into the race, getting well back. Alpaca's got back now. Ira Stark's back there with Enhancer as well. Around the corner they come. Freedom Flyer gets to the lead. Eccles the outside. Coming home well as sees a chance, then All in Berlin. Eccles getting up the outside, kicking back Freedom Flyer. I'm going to go Freedom Flyer, but there's not much in it with Eccles. Sees a chance there as well for third, then All in Berlin Alpaca. Loving the mix finish back, then Enhancer Ira Stark. See how they get away. Nearly there. Racing. Thrilling Logan back in the pack with runs for gas. Benji got out fast. Round the outside, Premier Prince honks to the lead. Thrilling Logan came with it. It's only a length and a quarter off the lead. Corborn Gill runs hard the rail. Jack Robb is thereabouts. They'd be followed behind them then by Opportunist. Zamatis Lass is back with runs for gas and Benji. Thrilling Logan drives to the lead from Corborn Gill and Premier Prince. Thrilling Logan in from Corborn Gill. Premier Prince held down third, ahead then of Jack Robb. Next to go by, we would have had Zamatis last. Opportunist was back with it. Runs for gas and tailed off Benji. Lined and ready, race 7 into the second half of the program, nearly there. Racing, Allegro Blast hopped out nicely. Wymack Dave and Nicker Century out fast too. Here Without You up and around the outside. They'd be followed through then by Vinnie Baxter, and up against the rail was Homebush Bounce, Botany Liz and Sherlock Izmir last. Allegro Blast in front from Nicker Century around the corner. Wymack Dave batting on in behind them, then Here Without You. Followed there through then by Homebush Bounce and Vinnie Baxter down the outside, but in nicely here is Allegro Blast. From Nicker Century and Vinnie Baxter dive through to third. Maybe Here Without You fourth. Wymack Dave was still there. Back of the pack to Botany Liz. Sherlock Izmir never really got warm. And Homebush Bounce back at the rear. Lure heads to the boxes courtesy of Ron Gurney and Musset. Racing, Stella Force out quickly there with Pure Lee and Minyana Groper. Now Spring Major was slow. Red Mover Hoover gets to third. Moving around the outside, we've got Making Time, Bye Bye Mystery trying to boot into it. Now Spring Major's trapped off the track and not getting any closer. And then he's cut to the rail around the corner and the Hoover goes to the lead. Red Mover Hoover in front. Opawa Colin right down the outside. Spring Major charging up the centre. The Hoover's in again. He goes back to back. Red Mover Hoover from Opawa Colin. A nice run, and Spring Major into third late. Followed across there by Bye Bye Mystery. Stella Force was up there with that. And they'd be followed back and behind those runners then by Pure Lee and Making Time after a good beginning in Minyana Garopa. Lined and ready, Class 1 final. It's a flash field. We're set. Racing, Born to Boom slow again. Huggle Monster got back as well, and Big Wonder Blast to the lead. Driving up after it here was Dirk the Jerk very quickly. Double Entendre worked to third. Here's Born to Boom up and around the outside of that. Then Magic Whitelock. The others are in trouble. They're headed by Huggle Monster. Back with that. Here is To the Bank, and Bedlam Bridge can't win from there. Got shuffled early around the corner. Dirk the Jerk in front. Born to Boom charges after his brother the inside. Then Big Wonder, Magic Whitelock, Double Entendre. Dirk the Jerk home comfortably from Born to Boom. And a Quinella for Jason Dunn. Big Wonder third. Magic Whitelock fourth. Bedlam Bridge charged home with Double Entendre next to it. And the last pair were To the Bank and Huggle Monster. Another very tidy field down in the grades today. Let's see how it unfolds. Set. Racing, Spirit Runner stride slow. That's going to be a bit of a problem for her. Tries to barrel through now. Corborn Seri out fast again, and Alamein Jars with that. Now Spirit Run might get into the clear here. She's trying to work up and around the outside. Back and behind these runners then we've got Another Habit trying to get into the race with Heart You. Further back in the race to Kerry Lane. The last pair here are Wall Age and also Corborn Gracie. Around the corner they come. Kicking along in front here is Corborn Sarah. Trying hard on the inside is Alamein Jar. Corborn Sarah, Alamein Jar, Spirit Run, Heart You. Followed across by Kerry Lane. Then Another Habit, Wall Age. And the last one in Corborn Gracie. Nearly set. Racing. Corborn Brick was slow here, and Radvanska's 3 lengths last. Meanwhile, we've got Opawa Tom going hard and always welcome as well. Just tucked in behind them here would have been Corborn Phillip. Up and around the outside, Malachi Magic really getting to its work now, coming after this leader. Corborn Brick with a lot of work to do. Radvanska the same, starts to improve around the outside. Further back to Arcane Rampage, Corborn Miami tailed off. Up they come, always welcome. Driving hard the inside, Opawa Tom. Always welcome in today from Opawa Tom, Malachi Magic, Corborn Brick, Radvanska. Further back then, crossing together Arcane Rampage and Corborn Phillip, and tailed off a long last Corborn Miami. Line and ready here, the last. Set. Racing, Spud Missile astride, slow smash, Allegro straight to the lead. Curious Life goes out nicely too. Jojo trying to push forward around the outside. Vegas Danny punches up with Takamori. Spud Missile's in a world of trouble here, followed well back there by Premier Division, and zipping Rory out the back at Smash Allegro in front. Takamori looms up the outside, followed around there by Curious Life. Spud Missile trying to run into it. Further back in the race to Premier Division, Vegas Danny, but Takamori's off for the prize. Scores nicely from Smash Allegro. Curious Life holds third off Spud Missile. Zipping Rory got home late in the piece. Premier Division back beside that. Jojo back in the piece if I didn't call it. Vegas Danny dropped back towards the rear too.